this for the first time, my name is Asma'u and I am based in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian based content creator, and on this channel, actually, more of it is for TV shows like Big Brother Nigeria and then some other self improvement videos and in between trendy gist and news. Initially, I wanted to drift into gossip, but I now realize that gossip is not my thing, and gossip can easily get you into trouble these days. Now that defamation online now has become a crime, so gossip content now are no longer they bring views, oh, no doubt, but is something that if you don't have money for case, don't even enter there. Don't even enter gossip if you don't have money for case, because right now everything is defamation of character. Everything is defamation. So if you don't have a good lawyer, don't even enter gossip content. So hi. Thank you so much for coming. As soon as you're coming in, just give the stream a thumbs up. It helps with engagement and all of that. So how was your day going? I hope all of you, I meet all of you in the best of health. Okay, pleasantries have passed. So the happenings after the Saturday night party yesterday. Hey, where do we start from? Where are we going to start from, please? Where do we start from? Hey, I beg you people should come on board first, then I'll ask a question. This song, fam, that Davido song, you self, you don't they do too much, fam. What does that song mean? Why is that yesterday when they were singing? Well, me, I don't know what it means. I don't know, maybe it's a shade. These Nigerian songs, and sometimes I don't really pay, in fact, most times, I don't really pay attention to the wordings of the songs. So what were they sing? Where was when that song was playing? All of them were pointing at fate. What does that song mean? Me, I don't know what it means. So, hmm? I don't know, was it is it a shade song? These Nigerian songs, they had me to understand what they're saying inside. I like the beat, I dance to the beat, the rhythm of the beat. Some of them I hear some of the words, and some of them I cannot even articulate the wordings in context. You understand? I cannot even assimilate the wordings in context. So that song, you self, you don't they do too much. Fam, where were they pointing at fate? I mean, they're trying to say fate don't they do too much. And the guy no get issue. And the reason why I sort of suspected the song was a shade was when I saw the way Joanna ran to him and asked him if he was okay. Like, I mean, you guys should explain it for me. I don't know what it means. Then the issue of Dede and Kola. Omo, Dede is outdoing herself. Oh. Dede actually allowed Kola to hug her. But of course with boundaries as usual. And what is happening? What the heck is happening between Isabella? What happened between Isabella and Queen? Okay, let me even quickly add. There's a party going on in my compound today. My landlord is celebrating his 80th birthday. That was why I couldn't even come online since I'd have come earlier, but I was just helping them to organize a lot of things. So I don't know, you guys might be hearing sound, music, DJs here. So people might be hearing song. I just pray this microphone is doing a little bit of noise cancellation. I hope so, I beg. I mean, I'm even scared that the music will never enter my live stream. Then they don't give me what they call it, copyright. If you guys are hearing the music, just tell me. Let me know that I don't know, because there's not even best position to change. But that's by the way. What is going on between Isabella and Queen? I don't get it. This is just like play with Isabella and Queen. Now, initially, Isabella said she wanted to come in between Bright and Midi. But it's like Bright is not even giving her face. And I support, honestly, some people are saying that she should go after Bright. No, I support the fact that she decided to stay away from Bright. Because you know why? If Isabella wants to get herself mixed up with Bright, she's going to get broken. What do I mean by she's going to get broken? If you guys look at Bright, Bright is not the best guy in the house, if not for the two strikes that he has that tamed him. Bright is very not okay. Let's keep the aggression aside, but Bright is comes off to me as someone that will not you will embarrass her, so there is no need. And the moment he embarrasses her, forget the grad that Isabella is doing. Isabella is still an emotional person. If Bright bruises her, that will be the end of this game for her. So the fact that she ported to Queen is still not a bad idea. I'm very okay with it. I'm very, very satisfied with it that she moved to Queen. I don't have an issue with that, to be honest. But I don't understand please, you people should drop chats now. I'm not seeing any chat. Am I talking to myself alone? Isabella and Queen, what do you guys think about that bunch? And for the fact that Queen was actually telling Dede that Isabella is making advances at him, And then coincidentally, Dede is not in the house yesterday, and Queen was on Isabella's bed. And obviously, you and I know very well that some things that were adult things were happening under that duvet. But my question is, how did he get to this point? For me, Queen and Isabella, or is it me that have not been paying attention? Queen and Isabella situation for me, it just jumped from 100 to 1,000. It in my own eye, it looks sudden. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, because excuse me, because when Queen was telling Dede about the advances Isabella was making, it was after that their truth or dare game that they did. So that was like within this week, Abby. But to me, this their connection is too sudden for someone who was making plans to come in between Media and Bright, to go after Bright, and then suddenly she's this close with Queen. It's a bit, I don't know, for me. Oh, I don't know whether you guys notice the gradual transitioning of their you understand. Only things that I noticed that during the party they were really rocking each other. During the pool party, not even Saturday night party, during the pool party, I noticed they were really rocking each other. And by the way, at this point I have to say congratulations to Jason J. Imagine 2 days ago Jason J told himself, or not himself, he was actually telling Rude Boy them that he's going to win property tax. And boom, true to his words, he actually won the task. I was very surprised. I was so, like, as you see this, like, this is a life of use your mouth. You see this tongue, is very strong. Use your mouth to declare good for yourself. Don't declare bad for yourself. Now, like play. Jason said he's going to win. Even the day he was talking, I said, this is your confidence, eh? Let it don't come and for your handle. And true, Jason J actually what, like, okay, not only him, of course, with his remaining team, and they were just the awesome team. It looked like they've been now the way they acted on that stage. They now look like a band that they've been together for a while and they've been practicing. And to think that the songs I think were just played for them, it's just that they were very lucky that the songs that they played for them, they were sort of very familiar with the dance steps. You know, one thing with Nigerian Afro beats is that every Afro song, every Afro beat comes with its own dance. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. Like, okay, let me give you an example now. Like this song, Skeleu, you be doing like this, Skeleu, you know, it has its own this thing. Then when you talk of it has its own. Then when you talk of which, like, literally every beat in Nigeria sort of has its a dance step. So it just worked for them. They were very familiar with most of the beats, with most of the songs, right? And they were also very familiar with the dance steps. So it just worked. And that their set, oh my god, the tier, that set, I don't know how was it, because I wasn't there when they chose I didn't know how they chose themselves, but it was just an awesome bunch. Joanna, Dede, Jason J, who was the third girl there? But they were just awesome. They were just a vibe. They were just it. To be honest with you, like, I don't know, somehow low key, I just knew that Faith's team was not going to win, because if you notice, even the parties, Faith is struggling. You know, for someone that is a medical doctor, nobody needs to tell you that that guy is a bookworm. That guy chop a book like paper. I be like chewing gum. You understand? So you could see that when it comes to this flexing part, he's trying, but if you notice, he's not so into the social life. You can tell that Faith is not necessarily the party type, or you know what I'm trying to say to you guys. He's a bookworm, because you can imagine that boy. He's so observant. Like, see, you don't need to even talk to Faith to know that Faith is an intelligent person. From his actions, you know, he's very observant. Yeah, of course, for a medical doctor, that's supposed to be like that. That guy has literally studied Big Brother's house. I'm sure if Big Brother off the light of that house, Faith will still be able to navigate their house. Faith literally knows every detail in that house. He knows the number of tiles here. He knows the angle. He knows. You can imagine that in his diary session. Oh, you know, diary session of last week. That boy, I don't know. See, and that is life for you. Most of us, we carry on in this life like there's nothing, but deep down, we're emotionally broken. I was surprised that Faith actually broke down in the diary room last week when he was having his diary session. I was very, very surprised. Isaiah, welcome tonight. We scatter things bright and midday under duvet. I said, okay, you're just coming a bit, Isaiah. Even me, I'm like, when did Queen and Isabella get to this point? Have I been sleeping on my TV? Like, what's up? Or did I sleep? Like, for me, the sudden Queen and Isabella inside duvet. I'm like, okay. And coincidentally, Dede is not in the house that day. So does that mean that Dede has been holding Koyi back? You guys should talk. Have Dede been holding Koyi back without us realizing it? I was talking about our favorite doctor in the house, and that is Dr. Faith. Last week, his diary session, he was so emotional. And but for me, if not the fact that Faith is in that house and Faith is trying his best to put Big Brother's house in order, to be honest with you, even on my screen, the house is not looking appealing. I said it was in my 2 or 3 days ago live stream. I said that house, even me, I'm not there, but watching it, I'm so uncomfortable. I can't wait for this their bare minimum week to finish. I mean, thank God today is Sunday. It's finishing today, Kenamba. By tomorrow, all this bare minimum thing is over. Let them go back to their normal life. God, that house is a mess. That house is even worse than a village, because village set itself is even more organized than that house. And you could see that. I don't know if Faith has OCD. Do you understand this? What is that meaning of that OCD? So is it order, whatever, cleaning disorder or something like that? Is the clean between Koyi and Isabella? I started in the garden flirting with each other. During that day, was it 3 days ago, truth or dare, now that Dede was conducting. Yeah, as in the way, then from that pool party, did you notice how they were rocking? It was rocking the boom boom, man. And then before the tongue, Uncle Koyi, sorry, I mean it's on the duvet, inside the duvet, and doing the duvet things. Killer we, hey. But me, honestly, to be honest with you, I'm okay with Isabella being with Koyi. Do you know why I say I'm okay with Isabella being with Queen? Isabella trying to be with Bryce will be very difficult. Not only will it be very difficult, it will just be embarrassing for her. Because when you guys look at Bright, if not for the two strikes that Bright has, when I know say Bright no be Bright, I know they down. Is this true two strikes that Bibra fired him by that second week that humbled Bright? Because if you notice at the beginning, Bright was going around the house giving threats, behaving as if he's the head boy or he's the labor prefect of the house. But honestly speaking, I didn't see it coming between. I swear, I didn't see it coming too. Like the thing did me as if I wasn't seeing well. I had to clear my eye. And coincidentally, Dede was not in the house yesterday. Like, I'm like, how did I miss this? Maybe I was asking myself like, how did I miss this? How? I was asking myself. I was even at some point I was even angry with myself. I'm like, how did I miss this? But it still makes sense, anyways. And I like color for the. Sorry, what's my mouth? Color holding my mouth like this. And I love Koyi for the fact that Koyi does not kiss and tell. If it was Kola that was under the duvet yesterday with Isabella, today we would have gotten the full details, would have known the things. Please, you guys should give the stream a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Isaiah. I beg, give the stream a thumbs up. That thumbs up is good engagement. I beg. My question is, how would they feel when Ebuka make it known? But how would they feel? Of course, is there anything between Koyi and Dede to begin with? And then, besides, Koyi told Dede that Isabella was making advances towards him, and I don't think Dede had any issue with that. I don't know. What I don't get is that there are so many assumptions in that house that even the viewers are making that same assumption, and it's a little bit confusing. Why is that people are assuming that Dede and Kola are an item? Why? When did they happen? Because as far as I'm concerned, Kola and Dede are still on the talking stage, the toasting side, and Dede has not fully agreed for him. I don't know why people feel Dede owes Kola any explanation or any. Kola is in the midst of her so-called fishes, and if he's comfortable with it, I don't know why he's demanding so much from her. Like, there's something I don't understand. Even that yesterday, before she went to that her room, she and Joanna's rendezvous, you could see she was sarcastically saying, Missy, borrow me your brother come. Like, then I don't understand. For them they hugged, and I know Kola, as usual, Oliver Twist, they gave him the first hug, he still wants to hug again. Yeah, she was like, too much body contact. And did you guys see something? Let me don't talk now for people who say I have bad mind. Did you guys see something when Kola hugged Dede? I don't want to talk now for people who say I have bad mouth. Oh, yeah, I saw something. I know. I'm sure all of us on this channel are above 18. Me, I saw something yesterday when Kola hugged Dede. People should ask me, should I talk? Should I talk before people say I have bad mouth or bad mind? Did you guys notice yesterday that when Kola hugged Dede, Dede's nipple was now, I was now misbehaving. I won't say what I'm to say. I've already said, if you heard the first time, if you don't hear, that's your business. is going on here? Is this guy having feelings? Is she reacting? Oh, more lockdown is not your mate. Oh, and she was telling Queen that she's missing her boyfriend, and I'm like, is our girl ovulating? And now you guys should not go. This fan should not come for me, but it's just what me I observed yesterday. That kind of thing, Let's, I don't think they will hate Color when they are out of the house. I swear, cause the mess Color created during media rounds. So they're Kai, like yesterday that I was in frankly speaking with Last I couldn't even come on live stream yesterday because I was in frankly speaking with Glory's live stream. I was even trying to get in, but the crowd was too much, so I just had to give up. I no get data. Now there was a lady that called in that yesterday in frankly speaking with Glory's live stream. She said that that she heard, is it an interview? I don't know where she heard that somebody that knows Kola said that the way Kola is in that house, that's how Kola is in real life. The lady said something very interesting. She said, if you're dating Kola, all of Kola's friends and family members will hate you. And what she just said made sense, because do you know that thanks to Kola, most of the housemates do not like Dede already. Yeah, a lot of them are not really vibing with the girl. I don't know, for whatever reason, but Kola made it worse. That fight that Big Soso had with Dede, yes, that fight that Big Soso had with Dede, Kola was a contributing factor. And that was why when even Jason J was now unraveling some things to her about Dede, she was like, so she was just hating on this girl for nothing. Kola with, like, I used to have a friend like that too. That thanks to that friend, almost everybody in our cycle didn't like me. Because when we are now sweeting, and now also, and people like Kola, they don't have shame. They don't have 1 ounce of shame. Now you go and be telling people terrible things about Dede, but you're still in her corner. You're still squeezing to be on her bed. You're still begging for a hug. You're still going to go and say terrible things about her. Do you know she wants to even make, at some point Kola nearly wanted to make Imisi begin to like sort of distance herself from Dede. Like at some point Imisi was now trying to help Kola to beef Dede before, I don't know, Imisi is smart enough to understand people like Kola and just got back on track sort of ish. Do you understand? Like Kola, when they go out of in fact her management team from the door, they will tell her to even delete any trace of Kola in her life. Thank God inside Bbnaija house there's no phone for them to say they've exchanged phone number. They will say delete any trace of Kola in your life. Kola will be a better person. Once he comes out, I hope he'll be proud of all the things that okay, well, it's a show, it's a game of 150 million, but if this is how Kola is, then honestly at this point I would say that Kola is not fair. It's not being fair to Dede. And to be honest with you, Dede should stay far away from him, because people like Kola, there's nothing you do for them that will satisfy them. If you like, cut your legs and your arms and give them, it will satisfy them, because they have this mindset of when you offend them, they overstretch it. And unfortunately, because a lot of people they don't really like Dede in their house, a lot of people are giving him listening ears. Although I notice that same people now gradually even begin to realize that his Kola himself is just, what will I say two-faced or so? I don't know which is the right word, but Kola is just someone that's just flogging things, or he's an exaggerating. Because even that Terra task where him and Sultana were shading each other, Sultana said it as it is, and everyone in the house, of course, concurred that Kola has been pursuing a certain median in the house that media has refused. So it's so clear that Dede is not. And honestly speaking, if Koyi pitches his tent with Isabella, I will even pity Missy if she fell for Kola, cause at the low key. Yes, I thought I was the only one noticing it, because yesterday, when they were eating, like the way, and everything, she's keeping for him. Like, I'm like, Missy, I hope this, because to be honest with you, I've seen Missy being close with other guys in the house, and I've not seen her being this attentive to any of the guys. Once upon a time she was close with K-Bobo. I didn't see this, this so much care for K-Bobo. She was also once upon a time with Faith. I didn't see this much care for Faith. So why is she like Imisi? I might say he was even, the Kola was even feeding Imisi. And I'm like, okay, what's up? No, I know Imisi will not fall for him. Well, let me don't speak too much, because a confined space can mess up people's mind, as they always say. But I don't see him. I hope Imisi doesn't fall for him. I hope so too, Isaiah. Let me don't speak on Imisi's behalf. But the fact that Imisi knows that he loves Dede, but then Imisi can still want to be with him out of pity. Like, okay, let me just make this guy feel good. But at the end of the day, I hope so too. Honestly, I hope so because Imisi's relationship with Kola, yes, in as much as they are same brother and sister, but is she's paying too much attention to Kola, and here's the reason why I suspect Sultana told her that look, this guy is using you. I think so. I think so because they and I'm tempted. Well, let's just wait and see. Oh boy, reunion, our ear go full. Is it me as if reunion is even too far? Like reunion, our ears go full. You see these housemates? There will be drama after the show because Faith and K-Bobo didn't give her the attention. Okay, yeah, I think that is another point because I remember that time that she and K-Bobo were even rehearsing for a show that she touched him inappropriately. He put a full stop to it. You understand? But look now, it tells you that K-Bobo did not, yeah, K-Bobo did not like her like that, right? You could see that, but you know, low key again, K-Bobo seems to be jealous of her relationship with Kola. Have you guys noticed it? K-Bobo seemed like, I don't know, it's like it's a case of you don't know what you have until you lose it. When she was close to K-Bobo did not value her. But have you guys realized that now that she has shifted a little bit away from K-Bobo? Have you guys noticed that K-Bobo is like he's, I don't know, I won't say he's hovering around her, but you could just see that he's trying to get Mrs. attention low key, in as much as he has started something that is not clear for me with Ivata. And Ivata is leaving today, by the way. Ivata is leaving. I don't want to use the word most likely, except if one luck is on her side. For someone who has been at the bottom for 2 weeks consecutively, I if there was a vision yesterday, should have gone. It is now that K-Bobo is showing interest, but I don't think yes. It will, you two, you've noticed it too, but was it 2 or 3 days ago? This guy was trying to get close to her, but all her attention is on Kola. All her attention is on Kola. You understand? I thought I was the only one that noticed it, and I noticed that suddenly now K-Bobo is really hustling the attention of Imisi, and now Imisi don't go far with Kola, and I love the fact that Kola is really taking her, and because of her relationship with Kola, she's less bitter. Have you guys noticed it? She's less bitter and a little bit more like will I say a little bit more, she's conducting herself better. What do I mean by she's conducting herself better? You know, before small things she don't vex, she don't, you understand? But now with Kola seems to be, you know, like calming her, like sister be calming down, you know. Kola is there as that voice of wisdom. Do you understand? I see that way, that Kola is there as that voice of wisdom. Sure, you understand? So for me, I don't think Emisi really like K-Bobo like that. Same with Faith too, because she said Faith is too short and K-Bobo is loud. So, hey, that's what I was also saying. Look here, I said because I was like, we saw how close with other guys. When you look at Kola, there's something special. I wouldn't still quickly jump into conclusion that she's has any romantic feeling for Kola. You know, for Kola, because it's so unfortunate that we're watching these people on the television, and as usual, the housemates will always tell us that anything we see on television is too exaggerated. The house is liking Emisi because now she changed her dress style and is more funny in the house. But you know, but the beginning they were all looking down on her. It's because she has stayed with them in the house for this long, and the people that they were rating, they saw them going out of the house and leaving Inisi. That is, see, those guys are not fools now. They've been watching this game now. If you see some of them talk, they talk as if they are the viewers themselves. Okay, see Faith's diary session. What did he say? You know, yesterday we had that live stream. Was it yesterday or day? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was day first on Friday that we had that live stream in the evening. You know, I was saying something like Jason J wants to create a love triangle, but he does not have the emotional strength for it. I didn't know Faith said something like that, Big Brother. So it then means that Faith, what we're seeing is correct. You understand? What we are actually observing as viewers is correct, because if them inside the house are saying something similar to what we're saying, and who watched what happened yesterday between Jason J and Joanna? Do Jason J and Joanna were this close to kissing themselves? I don't know if you guys saw it. I saw it. They were this close to kissing themselves. Like, you know what? Both of them wanted it. Like, it's not as if Jason J was trying to kiss Joanna. No, but like as someone said, Joanna was doing like this. She was not keeping her mouth. Like, you know where you're positioning your, oh God, you know where you're positioning your mouth to accept, to receive and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, there's one weird chemistry, one sudden weird chemistry between Jason J and Joanna. Very weird chemistry. I mean, Joanna trying to copy the fishes kind of game as Dede, because at this point, Dede has given these girls the guts to become polygamous in nature. He said it's men that are polygamous in nature, but at this point, these ladies are gradually beginning to grow the balls to actually be those two. They have a thing to do outside the house. You guys, but just people don't forget to Isaiah. Jason J has a girlfriend, a serious girlfriend in the house. Nothing will happen. No, nothing will happen. Maybe, but nothing will happen. See, I was saying that day voice this day. I said this Gen Z, they have really rebranded the mode of the mode of dating, the dating scene. Hey, Gen Z don't finish us there because there's something that I do that honestly I can't relate. Like I cannot relate. God, and have you guys noticed that as the year go, it doesn't matter, they can do it private. Yes, so Isaiah, that one now will now become that one now will become adult hair. But do you guys notice that as the Bbnaija show keeps progressing, these housemates are becoming more and more daring. They don't even give a shit. Like, see Sultana and Jason J. Ha! It was so obvious that they see Media and Bright. God have mercy. And it's almost like as Media and Bright heard that even the cameras will capture what happens in the bathroom. They at this point they are no longer they don't give a damn at this point. They are doing their thing under the duvet. Like yes, now when they come out and they are being asked, they'll tell us that no, it was just aggressive cuddling. Have you guys people forget that favorite words that these Bbnaija housemates like to use? We will see something, but they'll tell us I know it's just aggressive cuddling. They'll tell us. So at the end of the day, that's what they will tell us. Now, then I like this as the season go. In fact, as the season goes by, they are becoming more and more daring. Jason and Joanna likes each other so much. If not for Sultana, maybe JJ and Jojo will be under the duvet. Now, do you know that Jason J and Sultana's situation is similar to Victory and Gigi's situation? Ask me why I said so. Victory, I don't know whether it was out of the tension of nomination that day that he now just jump into a conversation with Gigi, telling Gigi he likes her. Like, I think it was out of desperation to remain in the house that the first thing that came to his her head was, let me ship. And then the first person that just came to his view that day was Gigi Jasmine, and then he now asked her for a ship, and that was where his own problem started. So that was where his own problem started. Now it's similar to Jason J. Why I said so is this: the moment that Dede rejected Jason J, the next option that Jason J felt was going to be equivalent to Didi was Sultana. Do you understand? He felt that another lady with steez in that house was Sultana. Only for him to now fall into the Sultana's ship and now realize that Sultana is nothing close to Didi. Like I'm not trying to say Didi is better than anybody in the house. No. But when you look at the way Didi carries herself, the charisma, the super ego, she doesn't have identity crisis. Now that's the thing I love about Didi, because if you look at some of those ladies in the house, they tend to have identity crisis. Number one person that has identity crisis, I am not a psychologist here, I am not a professional here in that aspect, but speaking from the layman's point of view, Big Soso has serious identity issues. It looks like Big Soso doesn't know who she is. Okay, now when you look at charisma, steez, Sultana Sultana doesn't have anything close to that, but Didi has it all over her body. If you know what I'm trying to say to you. So I think, but from afar, when you look at Sultana, she looks. How do I even put it? I don't know which word to use, but she looks very. I don't know the word, English language. So it was easy for Jason J to just pot to Sultana, hoping she was a better, or she was a competition, or she was going to be a competition for Dede, only for him to go in there and realize that it was someone that was not what you think she is. Like, this is the point where one of my friends will say, waiting there right on top the motor, no waiting there inside the motor. That is the thing about Sultana. And what broke Jason J the most was when Ebuka busted the bubble of Sultana kissing with Koyi. Like, in as much as when that thing happened, I don't think Sultana and Jason J even had anything, but it sort of broke him because what he thought of Sultana wasn't what he was. So at this point now, he's talked with Sultana. He might still have feelings for Sultana, because I don't see Jason J faking feelings. He might have this special place for Sultana, but is not what he wants anymore. That's why I said his situation looks like Victory and Gigi Jasmine, where Victory went for Gigi Jasmine, but after a while he realized that he was too hesitant and realized that that was not necessarily what he wanted. My lovely queen, yes, so not only your lovely queen, our lovely queen, Ndela. You get so I feel that is where Jason J is as it stands now. And over time, as at now, I'm waiting to hear the gist among the housemates concerning Konya. And so I just want to know the reaction of Kola, Jason, and Dede. I don't think, well, I think the only people that heard that their movement was Doris, right? Doris and Denari, if I'm not mistaken. I think those were the only people that heard their movement inside the duvet, if I'm not mistaken. Aside from that, nobody knows again. And trust Koyin. Koyin doesn't kiss and tell. And Isabella herself too will not kiss and tell. So except if Ebuka breaks the bubble. That's the only way they will know. Koyi is very matured in that aspect. Like he's not behaving like Kola. Hey, if it was Kola that was under the duvet last night with Dede. Hey, hey. Even if Big Brother does not want to organize a diary session, Kola will go and knock the door and say he wants to speak to Big Brother. He wants to tell Big Brother something very interesting. But Koyi is not in that level. Koyi is very mature. Doris will spread it like, let's see. Yes, let's see, because the noise, it was so obvious that it was distracting them so much. But what did you guys, let's do small amebo. Let us poke nose where our nose is not supposed to enter. What did you guys think Koyi and Isabella did under the duvet yesterday? Because low-key, the duvet now shifted from Isabella's body, and Isabella was looking, I don't know. Hey! These housemates are very smart. They can do the do without us even realizing it. Because, okay, see, 2 days ago that we're arguing about the kiss between Dede and Koyi. Some people said that they kissed. Some people said, but personally, from what me I saw, I don't think they kissed. Well, some people were pushing back and forth that there was a kiss, but me personally, I didn't see a kiss. I just saw them being mushy mushy. At some point, I even saw the Queen's head down. Yeah, I don't, so I can't really fully tell that one. Let's just leave that gist first, because something that we're not sure of. Let's don't stress ourselves. Let's talk about the ones that we're very sure of. Or that looks very sure, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. Ebuka. I don't see Ebuka busting that bubble. Do you know why? Because everybody wants to see more. We want to know whether what happened between Isabella and Koyi was just a one night stand, or it was something that was going to progress from there. I don't even know I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say to you. Because if you notice the kiss between Koyi and Sultana, it happened just once, and there was no situation like that again. They really did it. Isabella felt so good after she received her own from Koyi. Are you guys serious? Oh God, oh. Hey, all this is congealed that is worrying them. On your norm, do you think Isabella will look at someone like Koyi? Well, I'm not saying Koyi is not. I don't know, Shabo. The fact that she was calling Koyi a small boy. At the beginning, Isabella, I don't know what Koyi did to her. She wasn't feeling the guy at the beginning. You understand? If anything, she kept pushing that narrative of small boy, calling him rat, small rat specifically. Do you understand? So suddenly now you're not collecting from your rat. Isn't that strange, Isabella? Is that not you chewing your words or talking from both sides of your mouth? Are you getting, like, if not for the things that Isabella has said about Koyi, for me, Koyi and Isabella are very okay. You understand? Koyi, for me, Koyi is okay. Koyi is a cool guy. The only thing about it was how Isabella herself was condemning the guy. But as this life day, and change is constant. You can love somebody today and tomorrow you can hate the person. There's no permanent friend, there's no permanent enemy. So it's possible that suddenly that rat suddenly became so attractive to Isabella. That rat suddenly became Prince Charming to Isabella, and then. But let's see if this is going to be a one night stand or it's going to progress afterwards, because is a feeling good thing. Everybody has released. So let's know whether it's something that will happen again, or let's know whether this is the end. These people should give this stream a thumbs up now. We're almost how many? At some point, we're even up to 40, but there's no thumbs up. Please now, engagement is very important. As content creators, we need that acknowledgement, I beg. Yes, between the both of them. Now, Isabella confirmed that Koyi is really a bad guy, as he have been saying. Like a bad guy in a bad guy in a bad guy, Isaiah. Is it the bad guy in a bad guy, or the bad guy as a bad guy? I don't know. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying, Isaiah? Is it a bad guy as that bad guy, or a bad guy as is a bad guy? Let's run away from him. Yeah. Let's see. after eviction today, the eviction is another day that is they're usually very tense and all of that. So let's just sit pretty, sit patiently, and watch after eviction. Because after eviction, other attributes or other attitudes will come out. Okay, okay, it's okay, it's okay. I understand. So it's no longer a rat. And you see how life is. Oh God, oh, that is why you should be careful not to abuse people anyhow. Now you should be careful not to abuse people anyhow, because feelings, our emotions, sometimes they can just kick us out of the way. You cannot control your emotions. Your emotions will begin to control you. Imagine suddenly Isabella is finding a rat attractive. It's all right, no problem. I saw on social media some people were just, especially on Twitter, about Twitter people made them go sit down, Jerry. They were now saying, how can she be somebody that is old enough to be her son? People should stop those double standards. The same people saying this rubbish, especially in fact, both genders, both male and female. Are you people not the ones still going to marry 70-year-old women, white women, just because you want to go and get passports? Are you people not the ones going to go and marry 80 years old men just for money? But now see the double standard coming to sit down and say Isabella's Koyin is like her son. I don't understand. Then the ones that used to go and marry their grandmothers, I beg. People should stop that. Stop it. I don't like it, please. I like when some people are bringing that issue of now small boy. Now I don't know human beings, and I don't know all consenting adults, if I'm not mistaken. How old is Koyin? Please, can someone remind me? I know for sure that Koyin is more than 21 years. And what is the consenting age in Nigeria? Is actually 18 years. So he's even past the consenting age by how many years? So whatever he does, he's not being forced to do it. As I was so angry when I saw that, I'm like, hey, we should hold it there. That Isabella has a 14-year-old son, she and him and the caller. I don't understand. Even if, let's assume that Isabella's son was even 21 years old, is Koyin her son. Now she born him. Maybe she born her now. So there's no blood relationship between the two of them. So what is the problem? What are one? I beg people should remove that thing out. If they want to do their thing, let them do their thing, Jerry. Please. Okay, but I bet people they talk show. But the same Koyin was together with Sultana. And I hope you guys have not forgotten Sultana is a divorcee with 2 children. She's also a mother. So what's the difference between Sultana and Isabella? Okay, what's the difference? They are all mothers. The difference is just that, okay, this one was divorced, while this one gave birth out of wedlock. All of them are mothers. And who is the common factor? Koyin. So what's up now? What are you guys? He's not her son. He's somebody's son. According to a savage, somebody's son go love me one day. He's not her son. He's somebody's son. So hello. As in when they start talking like that, I'm like, you see them, but see them. Nigeria people, you can never be. They can never be on one side. See them, oh. Sorry, there was a message that popped on the screen. When they see the opportunity, they will grab it too. But now they are busy talking all those our fake this thing double standard. But honestly, I would love to see, was this just a stand, or was it just a one night stand, or was it going to continue? I don't have an issue with that. Do you understand? But it's just that they took us unawares. If anything like that is going to happen, they really took us unawares. That's the truth of the matter. They really did. And one thing I know for sure is that after the show, Isabella and Kanyukumi I don't think they have a future. Do you understand? So please, you guys should just keep that by Kumi. If you guys know, see, we've seen relationships that are closer than this, and they went out of the house and it didn't work. Do you understand? I don't see Isabella and Kanyukumi working, because let's be honest, Kanyukumi even have said in 1 or 2 occasions in the house that he cannot be with Isabella because she has a child. And I don't think Koyin has any issue of soft, or even if he does, he hasn't said it yet. 1. And then number 2, Kanyukumi has said it that it was Mide he had eyes for. If at some point he threw it to Isabella's face wholeheartedly, the only lady he cares about in this house is actually Mide. And at some point they said he was even beefing Bright because of Mide. There was a fight that even transpired between him and Bright, that it was like Bright actually even hit him, but Kanyukumi just let it slide. And the undertone of that beef and that malice and that fight was Mide. So what are we not saying? But that's by the way, guys. What again do I want to talk about? And did you guys see their outings? Their feet, their clothes. Woo! Those clothes were so fine. Did you guys see those people? Hey, did you guys see Sariki in the house? Bright was the Sariki with turban and everything. I'm like, God, hey, how's some people today go vest for Bright? Because they go say, how can Bright be with Reweni and Alikeba and be dancing to I say, how some people will go best for Big Brother yesterday with Bright outing because, like, the core houses, you understand? They will say that that was a disrespect to their regali. Sure, you understand, with the Alkeba, with the Rawani, they'll say that that has been disrespectful. But to begin with, Bright is not even a northern. So to him, those clothes are just costume. They don't mean anything. Do you understand? To him, they are just costume. They don't mean anything. You get? Then who of you? How God they were all looking fine? Is it Manson? Is it I wish they were literally even begging that Biggie should leave those clothes for them. I beg. But in the past, they used to leave all those clothes for them. If you like say the condition of the country don't hard, so they big brother no they fit dash things anyhow again. And now in the past, for all those clothes were going to be left for them. Even Collar's clothes was so fine. I loved Collar's clothing. I loved Big Soso's own. The tailor. I think before they entered the house, probably the tailor has already taken their measurements because everything was. Mwah. Did you see Big Soso's clothes? It was almost like they sewed it on her body. I don't know if you guys noticed. Imisi and Collar are using themselves. It's not bad, fame. It's not bad. It's a game. This life we all use ourselves. So whether we like it or not, this is a social experiment, and that's why I always still try to make reflection of our real life. Fame, generally, human beings, our relationship is transactional. Nothing we will say about it. Like it might not necessarily be negative transactional. May Igbo does not like the lady in the house. He's just there. Please, I don't understand that statement. May Igbo, I don't understand. Whose name are you trying to call me? Does not like any lady in that house. He's just there. I don't understand that statement. Avatar is going home. Yeah, FFM, don't worry yourself. Her limousine is waiting outside for her. Her limousine is already by the gates waiting for her. The driver is sitting there waiting for her to come out. She is, in fact, but luck has been on her side. With that girl, God just wrote that she will reach 7th week. We're on 7th week now, Rabi. We're in 6th week. We're in the 6th week, ba. Hey, God, you should help me now calculate this. Is it 6th or 7th week? Yeah, she performs more when she's with Color. Fame. But Avatar is lucky to get it. Like, if Avatar would have left like 3 weeks ago, so because 2 weeks at a row, she has been at the bottom three. If there was any eviction that was more than two, Avatar would have been the third person to leave. Then last week, that without Kola, Imisi has no game to play. Imisi, I don't think so, guy. Imisi does not necessarily play with Imisi's game is not necessarily on an individual. Do you understand? Imisi's game is not like Dede's game. Imisi can play her game with just anybody. Do you understand? Just the way now Koyin suddenly ported to Isabella, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because at the beginning, it was looking like Koyin's game was only with Dede. But Koyin now has broken that jinx. As far as I'm concerned, he has broken that jinx. His game is not only with Dede. He has switched to Isabella. Then, Dede. Now, aside from those her three fishes, which is Jason J, Koyin, and Kola, I don't think if those three are out of the way, I don't think they can just pot to another set of fishes easily like that, right? But when you look at Imisi, once upon a time, Imisi was with Capable, she was with Faith, and now she's with Kola. So if Kola goes out of the way, she will still be fine. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. So it then means that Imisi can play with anybody. Imisi has a game that is flexible, that is dynamic, that can move from one person to another. It's not stationary, that has to do with specific individuals. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, Imisi's game is dynamic. Imisi's game is not static. Kola has always been there for her, good and bad. Who else will she now be loyal to? Anybody, anybody, anybody. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a guy. It can even be a girl. Because if you notice, at some point, she and Isabella were very close, right? Even though now that so many things have taken maybe some one or two now has taken away their attention, Imisi can be with anybody. Kola will now understand that Koyi is smarter than him and not only age-wise. The thing is with Kola, if you notice Isaiah, he feels he's smarter than everybody, not only Koyi, he feels he's smarter than everybody. And that is why he has this sudden ownership of Dede. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. Kola in his small head, he feels that he's the most befitting of Dede. See, oh God. Koyi feels that everybody in that house is a child. And that is why when Sultana told we will not promote rascality. Yes, so we'll not promote rascality. That was why when Sultana told Emisi that Kola was using her, Kola was so angry. Kola was so angry because Sultana was trying to like snatch a certain lifeline for him. What do I mean by a certain lifeline? Emisi cooks for him. Who told you without color, no give up? That's what I'm saying now, Maomi. I just explained something that maybe you didn't hear it. We promote intelligence. Yes, so that's our Dr. Abi. Okay. No, maybe you didn't hear what I said just a while ago. I said that I listed three people here. I listed Dede, I listed Queen, and I listed Emisi, if I'm not mistaken, right? I said Dede, her game is sort of, I won't say it's predictable, but is defined. What do I mean by is defined? Faith, you said you should talk through. I don't understand what you say. Oh, be a lot faith. I don't understand that statement. Now, when you look at Dede's game is with her three fishes. If those three fishes are taken out of the way, she won't have an interesting game. Koyi, initially too, we all thought Dede was his game. We never knew that Koyi was going to port to someone else. That sudden switch to Isabella, it took all of us unawares yesterday. I will not lie to you. We're all shocked, which is a good thing for him. Do you understand? Because initially he was Sultana, right? Then somehow Dede, and he stayed too long with Dede. He stayed too long with Dede, but suddenly now he just changed the game for us yesterday night with Isabella. So it's, but initially we were looking at him like this was his angle, right? Then Emisi, don't forget she was with K-Bobo and they were good together. She was with Faith and they were equally good together. In as much as I didn't really like her relationship with Faith, because her relationship with Faith, it now looked like she was harassing the boy low key. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, I didn't really like her relationship with Faith, to be honest with you, and I didn't like it, right? But it happened, right? So now she's with Kola. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And for me, if you ask me, I like her relationship with Kola because Kola sort of, I don't want to say Emisi is not packaged. We could still say that Emisi's game is her strategy, right? But Kola is sort of, I don't know, there's some people that will come to our lives that we shaping our lives for us for good. There are some that will scatter our life for us. To me, Kola in Emisi's life is good for Emisi. I'm not saying that Emisi was not good on her own, but the fact that Kola is there with her, I like it that she does not argue unnecessarily, she does not fight unnecessarily. Do you understand? Because Emisi is someone that, as if she's your favorite, every morning when you wake up, your mind will be caught, like you'll be scared. I say, okay, Obialo. Now, Emisi is someone that if she's your favorite, when you wake up every morning, the first thing you will do after praying for yourself and your family, you will start to pray for Emisi. Do you know why? Because Emisi is unpredictable, especially when she's angry. See her fights with Ruboy, the way she was like, and the housemates, because I don't know, at some point, even though now that they saw Emisi with them entering 7th week, for the longest of time, the housemates at first were looking down on Emisi. Kola get upset when he sees going together with Dede, yes, in a certain way, but with Queen, nothing concerns him. If he sees Kola, yes, it's looking like, yeah, nothing concerns him if he sees Kola and Dede flirting. This is where maturity comes in by calling Queen Chihuahua. Now, I'm suspecting because if you look at it, Queen and Dede, in as much as they have repeated conversations, they still have some sort of deep conversations. What I'm suspecting is that Queen knows that Dede does not really feel Kola like that. One, and number two, again, Queen is aware of Dede's game. Do you understand? And he doesn't mind because the game itself wants to resemble his own at this point. It's just that she was lucky to have this man to come to her, which of course she's a woman, so men will always come for her. But him as a man, now he has to literally go for